Many a debate has been held over who exactly is the strongest Avenger or DC hero. Today, we are opening that can of worms and counting down our top picks. 10. Spider-Man. Peter Parker's spider strength lifts 25 tons at peak, stops trains, and dodges bullets mid-punch. Proportional spider might plus agility punches above weight class against heavier foes. Not top-tier raw power, but efficiency defines his versatile heroism. Also, Peter Parker is known to hold back, even when fighting his villains. When he and Doc Ock switched bodies, Doc Ock didn't know that he was supposed to pull his punches and literally knocked someone's jaw off. 9. She-Hulk. Jennifer Walters retains intellect while lifting 100 tons, smashing through mountains and sparring Avengers evenly. Gamma power scales with adrenaline, nearing Hulk-like levels. She's Marvel's strongest lawyer-turned-hero. 8. Captain Marvel. Captain Marvel's binary duplicate form absorbs energy to lift 100 tons, punch through spaceships, and survive nukes. Her photon blast and flight enhance physical dominance, a rising star in Marvel's strength hierarchy, and even without her binary thing she has going on, she's still very powerful, and in the MCU struck fear into the heart of Thanos. 7. The Thing. Like, yeah, he was gonna be here, come on. Ben Grimm's rocky hide crushes steel and holds up collapsing buildings, consistently lifting, again 100 tons. He's taken hits from Hulk and stronger foes without breaking. A Fantastic Four staple, his endurance elevates reliable mid-tier strength. 6. Shazam. Channeling gods, Shazam matches Superman's strength, bench pressing over 100 tons and hurtling skyscrapers like projectiles. His magical lightning boosts durability against planet-level threats. He's DC's Herculean equal, with wisdom and speed rounding out god-tier might. Sometimes he holds himself back because of his real-life age, but his potential is limitless. 5. Martian Manhunter. Superman has said that he would be scared to fight Martian Manhunter and called him the most powerful man in the universe. So he's here. Shape-shifting density lets him lift skyscrapers, survive black holes, and match Superman in telekinetic strength bursts. Vulnerable to fire, but otherwise planet-moving strong. His versatile power set rivals the best in raw force. 4. Wonder Woman. Blessed by gods, she matches Superman in arm wrestling, drags Earth around its axis, and shatters Island with her fists. Her compact mass bellies planet-busting strength, enhanced by the lasso of truth, and bracelets that absorb cosmic energies. She is a top DC powerhouse, blending strength with unbreakable warrior resolve. Number 3. Sentry. With the power of 1,000,000 exploding suns, Sentry has torn apart molecules, stalemated Worldbreaker Hulk, and resurrected himself from atomic dispersion. His void form amplifies this to reality warping strength, but even baseline, he benches over 100 tons effortlessly. This places him among Marvel's top tiers for sheer destructive potential. But 2. Superman. Superman possesses near infinite strength, capable of moving planets, shattering dimensions, and bench pressing Earth's weight for days without tiring. His power draws from solar energy, amplifying his might to punch through reality itself during peak moments. Even among gods, his feats like towing star systems set him at the pinnacle of superhero strength. But that leaves us with number 1. The Hulk. The Hulk's strength has no upper limit, growing exponentially with his rage. He's shattered asteroids, held together tectonic plates, and overpowered entire teams of gods. In Worldbreaker form, his steps cause global earthquakes and gamma bursts that rival cosmic entities. This makes him Marvel's ultimate physical force, unstoppable as anger fuels his endless escalation.
Number 10. Jean Grey versus Emma Frost. Another epic fight between two extremely powerful psionic mutants. A couple of the most powerful psionic mutants around, I would say. These two have fought multiple times over the years, but the one that probably has defined their relationship the most is their first fight. This went down when Jean realized that Emma was one of the people responsible for twisting her mind during her time at the Hellfire Club, after Emma had also kidnapped and mistreated Storm. Now I know what you're thinking, that doesn't sound very heroic of Emma, and yes, it was not. This was during Emma's time as a villain, but Emma has since become more of a hero in the comics, and this is simply part of her past. So while she wasn't a hero yet, I'm going to count this fight because she is a hero now. And also because, like I said, it's so important to these characters' relationships with each other. Jean attacked Emma and straight up schooled her, unsurprisingly since Jean had the power of the Phoenix at the time. Although if we can believe what Jean has said in the past, the Phoenix actually might not even give her that much of a power boost, since she has said before that the Phoenix Force has at times that's been the thing that actually holds her back. Considering that Emma had been integral in hurting Jean so deeply when she was the Black Queen at the Hellfire Club, Jean would always believe that Emma deserved whatever misfortune she got. And after Emma had been so epically defeated by Jean, Emma would always pretty much be afraid of Jean, which also helped to fuel her own hatred towards her. And friends, before we move on to our next spot on this list, if you love what we do here at Top 10 Nerd, be sure to show us you love us by clicking that like button. Number 9. Spider-Man vs. Iron Man. Spider-Man and Iron Man are usually on the same side of things, but this isn't always the case. While it's true that Tony has acted as a kind of mentor to Spider-Man at times, both in the comics and in the MCU, it might shock you to hear that there are times when the two have actually come to blows, literal physical blows. Granted, this time that I'm talking about comes from an alternate reality as it happens in a What If comic. Specifically, we're talking about What If Spider-Man Back in Black. In this comic, we explore an alternate reality where it is MJ, not Aunt May, whose life is threatened in the story. And instead of it just being threatened, she actually ends up being killed. Peter, in response, goes even darker than he does in the original version of this story, ruthlessly attacking Iron Man as well as Kingpin. In this case, he blames Iron Man for the whole incident happening, as it was Iron Man who convinced Spider-Man to publicly unmask, putting his family's safety at risk, which honestly kind of makes sense to me, I gotta say. Peter exposes a weakness in Iron Man's armor and uses this to handily defeat them in their fight, although Iron Man later recovers and returns to personally oversee Peter's arrest. Number 8. Rogue vs. Miss Marvel. A feud as old as time, some might say, or almost as old as time. If we're talking about the initial superhero fight, we have to go all the way back to the 1970s. In Miss Marvel issue number 18, it's established that Mystique has beef with Miss Marvel, the superhero moniker that Carol Danvers used at that time. She also had a very different look at the time than most people are used to when it comes to the Miss Marvel name. We wouldn't learn why exactly Mystique had it out for Miss Marvel until much later, but her promise that Miss Marvel would learn that Raven Darkholme is not a woman to be trifled with would be delivered on in 1981 in Avengers Annual issue number 10, when we saw Carol as Miss Marvel handily defeated and unceremoniously dumped into the river. A preliminary psi scan on her subconscious mind, performed by Professor X, would reveal that her assailant at the time had been none other than the mutant Rogue. So it begins. Number 7. Batman vs. Superman. Batman and Superman have fought on a few different occasions, but one of the most iconic fights between the two, for me actually, comes from Injustice. There are a few great ones to pick from when it comes to Injustice, to be honest, and Superman vs. Batman, but the one I'm going to focus on here is from Injustice Gods Among Us Year 5, issue number 25. Here, Batman basically accuses Superman of using the villain Victor Zsasz for his own means because, well, he knew Victor Zsasz was disposable. Damian wants to kill Zsasz, but Batman still attests that they should never kill, and that Damian should actually know better. When Superman shows up to question Batman's morals, Batman pops a green pill, which allows him to deck it out with Superman on an even playing field. And what's better, he wins in the superpowered fight. As he holds a beaten Superman in a chokehold, he asks Damian if this is what he wants, if he wants Batman to take Superman out permanently. What a cliffhanger to end on, too. Number 6. Superman vs. Spider-Man. Sounds like something I just made up, but this one actually did happen in the comics. You can check it out in Superman vs. The Amazing Spider-Man, headlined as The Battle of the Century, which was a crossover published between DC and Marvel in tandem. I miss the crossover days. The two end up in a fight thanks to the machinations of both Dr. Octopus and Lex Luthor, who are of course working together in this comic. They end up making it appear as though Superman kidnapped Mary Jane and Lois, and Spider-Man and Supes quickly come to blows. In the end, it's shown that Spider-Man can't cope with Superman's invulnerability, and he caves and agrees to talk out what he saw. In the end, the two realize that they've both been duped, and of course, team up to save MJ and Lois and take down the bad guys. Like so many crossover fights, it starts as a fight, but it ends as a team-up. Number 5. She-Hulk vs. Hulk. These two have fought on a few occasions. One such occasion was when She-Hulk attempted to defeat Hulk during World War Hulk. She at first made an attempt to talk him down, and when that didn't work, the two ended up fighting, of course. However, while She-Hulk has stood a better chance a few times against various Hulks in the past, against the Hulk during World War Hulk, she pretty much had, well, no chance. While she still packed enough force behind her punches to level mountains, Hulk just basically shrugged them off because Yeah, he was that angry. Number 4, Blue Marvel versus the Hulk. This one technically wasn't the Hulk as in main continuity Earth 616 Hulk, so he may have not been as strong as we know him to be, but it still counts. Blue Marvel fought the Ultimate Universe version of the Hulk in Ultimates 2 issue number 100. This took place after Earth 1610, the Ultimate Universe, had died, and Hulk was one of the few surviving heroes. And I use that term a bit loosely here, from that universe. He challenged the heroes from Earth 616 in a fight, and Blue Marvel was only happy to oblige. It's over quickly in one single panel. Hulk starts off the fight by saying that he is hungry and he wants meat. Oh yeah, did I mention that this version of the Hulk likes to eat people? Because he does that. Hulk says he gets what he wants because he is alpha and the strongest there is, but Blue Marvel responds by saying he'd dispute Hulk's claim as strongest before punching him into defeat. Number 3, Wonder Woman versus Superman. When I think of Wonder Woman versus Superman, the first thought that comes to my mind is always Wonder Woman Dead Earth. It's just such a stunning, beautiful, and yet horrific and honestly really gritty looking comic. We see these two fight in a flashback where Diana decides to take out her fury and frustration on Clark, blaming Superman for what man's world has done to her home and her family, especially her mother. There was a nuclear strike on Themyscira in this Elseworld, but while that likely had some global effects at least, what really destroys the world is Superman and Wonder Woman fighting each other. They fly around the world and their collateral damage wreaks havoc on their surroundings throughout. In the end, it is shown that Wonder Woman won the fight, punching Superman through his chest. However, she ends up suffering from amnesia and doesn't recall their fight until issue number 3 of this series. Number 2, Homelander versus Omni-Man. While Homelander and Omni-Man have never actually fought in a comic, the subject of what would happen if they did fight has inspired Death Battle to do their research and give us a hypothetical of how this could all go down. And the fact that both are set to appear in Mortal Kombat number 1 in the first combat pack has also got people talking about who would win. Personally, based on how smooth it is to play Omni-Man, which I did recently on my own channel, I have to say my money would be on him taking the cake. And even then, just from a hypothetical standpoint. Viltrumites are tough, and Omni-Man has proven himself to be one of the toughest among them. But you can check out the Death Battle vid if you want to see what the data says, at least in terms of Death Battle. And you can check out MK1 if you want to see who will come out on top in your own matches. Number 1, Thor versus Hulk. Thor and Hulk have fought many times throughout the years. I think some of their most iconic fights though have actually happened in recent years. Namely, I would say in Immortal Hulk. Here, Hulk proved himself as the strongest there is against Thor. In their first fight, knocking out his teeth and cracking his head with one punch as Devil Hulk, and in their rematch, nearly killing Thor.
Many dismiss the Hulk as a simple brute. But the sheer variety of his incarnations proves otherwise. From the terrifying Spider Hulk to the godlike World Breaker, the strategic Maestro to the resilient Immortal Hulk, these diverse versions highlight the multifaceted nature of gamma-fueled rage. Even the transformation of allies like Rick Jones into A-Bomb demonstrates the Hulk's profound impact, making it clear that there's more to this monster than meets the eye. Hailing from the alternate reality of Earth 122, the Spider-Hulk represents a tragic divergence from the familiar hero's journey. In this universe, a terminally ill Peter Parker, in a last-ditch effort to survive, was subjected to an experimental treatment by Bruce Banner. Banner exposed Peter to a spider, already irradiated with gamma energy, hoping to imbue him with its regenerative properties. The experiment horribly backfired, transforming Peter not into the agile Spider-Man, but into a monstrous, eight-legged behemoth driven by primal rage. This Spider-Hulk, while possessing the immense strength characteristic of gamma-powered beings, is a creature of pure instinct, devoid of Peter's intelligence and wit, a horrifying fusion of arachnid and Hulk, fueled by the very energy that was intended to save him. Rick Jones, a character deeply intertwined with the Hulk's origin, transitioned from a troubled, angsty teenager to the formidable gamma-powered hero, A-Bomb. Initially, Jones was indirectly responsible for Bruce Banner's fateful encounter with the Gamma Bomb that transformed him into the Hulk, an event that would forever link their destinies. Over the years, he remained a close friend and confidant to both Banner and the Hulk, eventually embarking on his own heroic path. His transformation into A-Bomb granted him a suite of impressive powers, including incredible strength, an accelerated healing factor that allows him to recover from grievous injuries, and a unique sensitivity to gamma radiation, effectively making him a living gamma detector. Physically, A-Bomb is a striking figure, his body morphed into a reptilian form encased in natural, plate-like armor that provides him with exceptional durability, allowing him to withstand tremendous punishment in battle. Emerging from the depths of the Hulk's already formidable psyche, Clue, first appearing in Avengers and X-Men, Axis number 4, represents the ultimate embodiment of unbridled rage. He is essentially the Hulk's Hulk. This terrifying entity surfaces when the Hulk's anger reaches unfathomable levels, making him arguably the most powerful iteration of the character. Fueled by an ocean of pure, undiluted fury, Clue possesses power enough to overwhelm even the mightiest Avengers, having demonstrated the ability to defeat powerhouses like Thor, Captain Marvel, and even the Hulk himself. Beyond his monstrous strength, Clue exhibits other devastating abilities, including potent telekinesis, allowing him to manipulate objects with his mind. He is also completely impervious to telepathic assaults, his rage-filled mind an impenetrable fortress. Furthermore, Clue possesses a unique form of extrasensory perception, enabling him to see and interact with astral forms, a feat that allows him to perceive beings like those inhabiting Doctor Strange, even when they are invisible to others. General Thunderbolt Ross, the Hulk's relentless and implacable adversary, underwent a dramatic transformation, becoming the formidable Red Hulk in Hulk number 1, Volume 2. This crimson behemoth possesses all the baseline powers of the Hulk, including immense strength, durability, and a regenerative healing factor, but is further augmented by a unique and devastating ability: energy absorption. This allows Red Hulk to drain the power from his opponents, including the gamma radiation that fuels the Hulk, effectively weakening his foes while simultaneously increasing his own strength. He has been shown capable of siphoning off the Hulk's gamma energy, leaving him enfeebled and vulnerable. However, this potent ability is not without its drawbacks. Absorbing excessive amounts of energy can overwhelm Red Hulk, causing him to overheat and potentially leading to catastrophic consequences, a vulnerability that his enemies have sought to exploit. Within the bleak and horrific landscape of the Marvel Zombies universe, even the mighty Hulk succumbs to the devastating zombie plague, becoming a horrifying parody of his former self. This zombified Hulk is a creature of pure, unadulterated hunger, a mindless and unstoppable engine of destruction driven solely by an insatiable craving for human flesh. Unlike his counterparts in other realities, who often retain remnants of Bruce Banner's personality or a degree of control over their rage, Zombie Hulk is completely consumed by the virus, existing as nothing more than a ravenous monster with an unquenchable thirst for living flesh, a terrifying testament to the all-consuming nature of the zombie plague. Hailing from a dystopian future, the Maestro, who first appeared in Hulk, Future Imperfect number 1, is a chillingly intelligent and ruthless version of the Hulk who has conquered his world. In this grim reality, the Maestro has eradicated all other superpowered beings, both heroes and villains, establishing himself as the supreme ruler of a shattered Earth. He possesses all the raw power of the Hulk, amplified by decades of combat experience and coupled with a cunning, strategic intellect honed over years of domination. Despite his overwhelming power, the Maestro was eventually defeated. Although a powerful being, the Silver Surfer had fought him and defeated him. Later, he met his ultimate demise when he was sent back through time to ground zero of the very gamma bomb explosion that originally created the Hulk, a fittingly ironic end for the tyrant. Within the desolate, post-apocalyptic world of the Old Man Logan storyline, the Hulk has become a grotesque and tyrannical patriarch ruling over a ravaged portion of the former United States. This aged, grizzled, and significantly more powerful iteration of the Hulk has established a twisted family dynasty, siring offspring with his own cousin, She-Hulk, resulting in a clan of inbred Hulk-like creatures. Old Man Hulk's physical size has grown to monstrous proportions, so immense that he is capable of swallowing Wolverine whole in a single, horrifying gulp. Even in his human form, this aged Bruce Banner retains strength comparable to that of the Savage Hulk, making him a formidable threat even without transforming into his monstrous alter ego, showcasing the terrifying extent to which he has devolved in this bleak future. Forged in the crucible of exile and gladiatorial combat, the Green Scar, who debuted in The Incredible Hulk #92, represents the Hulk at his most savage and formidable. This iteration emerged after the Illuminati, fearing his destructive potential, banished the Hulk to the harsh, alien world of Sakaar. Forced to fight for survival in brutal arena battles, the Hulk's rage reached new heights, transforming him into the Green Scar, a warrior of unparalleled ferocity. Incredibly strong and brutal, the Green Scar possesses a warrior's heart, hardened by countless battles, and has no hesitation in killing his opponents. He eventually rose through the ranks, overthrowing the tyrannical regime and becoming the revered ruler of Sakaar. Driven by a thirst for vengeance against those who exiled him, he ultimately led a Sakaaran army back to Earth, seeking retribution against the Illuminati. Beyond his raw power, the Green Scar is a cunning tactician, a skilled leader, and an expert in armed combat, honed by his experiences on Sakaar, making him a truly formidable force. Born from unimaginable loss and fueled by boundless rage, the World-Breaker Hulk, who first appeared in World War Hulk #1, stands as one of the most devastatingly powerful iterations of the character. This incarnation emerged following the catastrophic destruction of Sakaar, an event that saw the Hulk absorb the planet's entire radiation output, amplifying his already immense power to unimaginable levels. The World-Breaker Hulk is a force of nature, so incredibly strong that his very footsteps can shatter planets, and he has even demonstrated the power to defeat the Sentry, a being of godlike power, in single combat. Beyond his unfathomable strength, the World-Breaker Hulk can unleash devastating shockwaves with his blows and emit torrents of raw gamma radiation, making him a walking cataclysm capable of unleashing untold destruction upon anything in his path. The Immortal Hulk, debuting in Immortal Hulk #1, represents the most recent and arguably the most formidable incarnation of the character, possessing a terrifying degree of resilience and power. This version of the Hulk is virtually unkillable, capable of regenerating from any injury, no matter how severe, and even resurrecting himself from death itself. His strength is seemingly limitless, having demonstrated the ability to overpower entire teams of heroes, including the Avengers and the X-Men, and even vanquish the terrifying Devil Hulk. The source of the Immortal Hulk's nigh invulnerability and immense power is his profound connection to the One Below All, a malevolent entity of immense power residing in another dimension, making him a conduit for this dark force and a truly terrifying force to behold.